I was one of the greatest swimmers in Olympic history with 6 Olympic medals and multiple world records. I achieved the highest of my sport and my whole world fell apart. I am Rebecca Soni, an Olympic swimmer, and I run a mindset development program for youth athletes. Breaststrokes, the weird stroke in swimming because you need knees that turn out, feet that are kind of flat and turn out, and I just had the body for it. I made my national cut at 13 with all the best in the US. It was a lot of internal pressure more than anything. You know, just wanting to do well for the coaches and for those that trusted in me. My sister trained so hard, but she could never have the kind of race that she wanted come competition. And she would get upset for days after competitions, and I saw that, and something in me as a young kid said that doesn't work. So I think part of me just kind of shut that down. If I didn't have my best race today, it was okay. I never cried, and I've become an emotional robot. I was climbing a ladder to national cut, to world's team. There was always another step ahead. There was always something that could be done better, even when, you know, you're at the very top. Eventually made the Olympics, my first big international meet with the USA team. You know, when you just can't even calm your hands down. I remember swimming and just like shaking. I'd never been at the top of the ladder. This is it. There's nothing after this. I ended up winning, getting the gold medal, a world record, and surprising myself. I was super happy, but also, what am I supposed to do now? I wasn't supposed to win. Getting the medal around my neck and the national anthem starts playing, and I just remember, like, shouldn't I feel something? That emotional roboticness helped me push through all the painful moments, physically and emotionally, but it also hindered feeling the heights of what I achieved. I won a gold medal and all the things that, you know, I should want as an athlete. And yeah, I had some real, you know, do I want to keep going with this kind of thoughts? Just finish out senior year and then be done and do something else. Swimming was all that I did and all that I lived for and strived for, and every element of my day revolved around swimming and what I was doing to improve myself. I still had a time that I wanted to achieve, which was to go under 220. And so I committed to four more years just to try to break 200ths of a second less. And it's 2012 London Olympic Games. It's my second games. I have all these sponsors. I have a lot of camera and attention, starting to get more and more of that pressure as I started just spiraling in that direction. Come time for finals, just wasn't there. You know, this is it. This is now literally the last attempt. I'm definitely not coming back for 4 years. I knew I could still get my hand on the wall first, but that wasn't what mattered to me. What mattered to me was getting under 220, and I built up this story now that I can't do it. Time to go. There's nothing you can do. Get the suit on. Even the pool is quiet. The crowd is quiet, everything. And in that intense quiet, I heard the voice in my head say, I don't think I can do this. And I had, you know, I don't know, maybe 5 seconds to have this conversation in my head, like, whoa, I'm here at my last race, the culmination of all of this training I've done. I know I'm like 2 minutes away from the end, and you're telling yourself you can't do it, like you're copping out. I immediately was just like, you can't say that to yourself. Like, even if you feel horrible, I countered it with saying, I don't know how I'm gonna do it, but I'm gonna do it anyway. The gun went off. I don't care how, I'm gonna do it anyway. I don't know how. I literally didn't know how. It was painful, it was hard, I was tired, my body was not moving smoothly. It was a fight, it was a struggle. I don't know how, I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway. I'm gonna do it anyway with every single stroke. The girls were right there with me, which is not a good sign. I'm usually ahead, and coming back in that last 50, I literally don't know how it was physically possible, but I did do it anyway. Somehow I got my hand both on the wall first, but also 219.5, so half a second faster. I got the goal. I got the goal, and at the top of the ladder that I'd been climbing, and that pure joy and a big fist pump, and kind of like fell underwater and just like gave myself a second because I knew what's coming after this, and it's gonna take you in a different, like, just, you did it, and now you're done. Just literally followed my sister to the pool, and, you know, then started climbing the ladder that took me everywhere else on the journey, and you know, never really took my head up to ask, why am I doing this? Which, you know, in some way was good because it kept me climbing the ladder without thinking too much about it. But before I knew it, the Olympics is done, and you know, my career was done. Swimming was everything that I knew and everything that I built myself around, that I trusted in. I knew that it was going to be difficult after, and I just started to lean into that what's next question of what now? What now, you know, this hour, let alone this week, month, year, or the rest of your life? What now? You can't really fully invest in that thought thread. You can't follow it because you have to focus on swimming. So I didn't have language for the emotions I was feeling. I didn't have words for it, and I had nothing to do but sit and feel it. It was a low at a time when you would be expected to be at your highest. There were certainly moments where, you know, I just couldn't stop crying for days. I'd been so robotic for so long that I was feeling all these things like kind of for the first time. I had my dog at the time, and just remember feeling like if I can make this dog happy, I did a good job today. And that was my job every day. A lot of athletes, after they're done, will do swim clinics. It didn't resonate with me. I didn't actually connect with one single human. They just took a picture, you know, signed an autograph, and but who are you? I, along with a friend of mine, decided we were going to take a 2-month road trip. So we called it practice crashing. No payment necessary. Could be 10 minutes of a quick story with the kids. It could be we're jumping in the pool with them to swim. I'm no longer exchanging my worth for money, but rather I'm connecting with you, and you know, you're getting that from me. But that's where I started to speak more about the mindset element, where, you know, I'm able to acknowledge that I matter as a human as much as my outcomes matter. And I'm really curious how that would have played out as a different story, because I was starting to understand more and more and of my own story, and sharing that with kids, and just like seeing the impact it was having on the kids, on the parents. And that was the beginning of the mentorship program. Rise athletes, so we bring in elite athletes, Olympians, top level athletes. Most are retired, just aiming to bring awareness around mindset. I think it's pretty incredible to be one of the top athletes and say, I could have been so much better, and not just in the pool. I could have enjoyed it if I had known the things that I now know. Rise has a team of 40 elite athlete mentors, and we have about 200 kids in our program working one-on-one with one of those 40 athletes. With Rise, we provide community, team, we provide a paid, you know, thing that you can do, but it's a way that you're connecting on a deeper level. I feel like I'm still learning from my faceplant, learning how to feel and tune into myself instead of force through. And there's a different kind of athlete on the other side of that. I was very robotic, and I'm learning how to be in tune with life.